My name's Darrell Wireman. Been in Bethlehem area for about 20 years, and I'd like to share my story with you. My story's been a long process. I've gone through a lot in my life, and I feel like sometimes in my life that I've been dealt the wrong hand. But God's always been there for me to bring me back up. I was raised in a children's home from the time I was in the first grade until graduated high school. My mom passed away when I was 6 years old. My dad was an alcoholic. So my mom's sister had enough sense to put us in a Baptist children's home, and all my brothers and sisters were raised there. And when we went from the children's home, what it taught me was that it's okay not to have parents. They said it was okay. You know, when I was in children's home, I always thought, everybody think we're orphans and we're just these kids that nobody cared about, but we were loved and nurtured and cared for. And I left the children's home. I went to Columbus, Ohio, went to school up there, and that's where I met my beautiful wife, Della. She was actually dating my roommate at the time, and he moved back to Indiana, and I took over. We met, we fell in love, and we got married like 1975. We were married almost 37 and a half years, and Della got sick. I think a lot of you know this, but Della got sick on the first night I got married. They didn't diagnose her until 2 years later. She had lupus, and if you don't know about lupus, kind of a little quick story on that is it attacks different parts of the bodies at different times, and she went through multiple surgeries, had heart attacks, hip replacement. I mean, I can tell you a bunch of stories on that. But through all that time and all those years, she was sick, and people would say, Darrell, what are you staying with her for? You know, you're a young man, and you could have a better life. But I honestly feel that God put me there for a reason. It has been a journey, but God's blessed me immensely through Della's life. Was it always fun? No. Was it sad? Yes. Did I cry? Much. Do I miss her? Yes. But she's taught me so much how to be a man. She was finally at peace, and I celebrated. Even though me and Melissa cried and cried and cried, it was such a great feeling to know where she's at. And I just want to share with you today, if you don't know where you're at, you need to find out where you're going. Whether you believe in Christ or not, why not? There's hope out there. And now we live on that hope. We live on that faith that Jesus did come to this earth, and he lived as a human being. He was suffered, he was crucified, he rose again, and you hear that story all the time. But in my heart, there's nothing more real than that. And I know some people will never believe that, but what I say to people today, I want people to have memories of their life. I want them to think back, even when they became a Christian. Why am I a Christian? Why do I accept Jesus Christ in my heart? Why do I have that faith? Or do I really have that faith? I don't know. I know I do. And when I share with people Christ, all I can share is my heart, my feeling of what I believe in. And without a doubt, I know there's a heaven. And what I share with my friends and people even in church that are Christians is, if you don't believe in it, but what if it is true? Would you rather spend your time in eternity with Christ or your time in hell? Because according to what the Bible teaches us, you're going to live forever, whether you're in heaven or whether you're in hell. Without Christ, I'm nobody. I mean, he died for us. He got beat up for us. Why would he do that for you? It's very simple. He loves you, and he loves me, and he loves us no matter what we go through. If God hadn't been there, I don't know where I'd be today. I couldn't have gone through the death of my wife if it wasn't for Jesus Christ. Folks, we're here for each other. We're here to love and support one another. We're here to grow with one another. And you hear pastors talk about this all the time. It's not going to do us any good to sit in the pews, out the seats. We've got to take action, and everything we do the rest of our lives we'll remember forever. I'm Darrell Wireman. I go one day at a time.